throne, but Babylon raised. My father never played no game, so I changed my ways, making sure I was upright repeatedly. Then all of a sudden my life changed immediately. Never envisioned living a life full of lust and sin in it, so I made a decision that started from the beginning. I keep my mind on a mission, I'm a prophet, so my job is to warn all the wicked, they can't stop it. Yeah, keep commandments and you'll live, never thirst again. That living water he will give, it takes discipline, so we don't die no more, don't cry no more, look up at the sky no more, don't sigh no more. Christ is coming to deliver me, he gon' set us free. I'm tired of slaving in this misery, counted the cost long time ago. I'm just waiting for the Lord to say it's time to go. Let's work. The only hope is in these laws, so we don't fall. We be here keeping commandments, man. The devil's trying to break my wall, but so we don't fall. We be here keeping commandments, man. Scripture flexing with my Bible on me. Where's yours? I'm just checking, homie. Take a glance, you don't stand a chance while we got our Bibles in hand, keep it commandments.
Yeah, let's get Gad. We're going to break down Gad right now, right? The so-called Native Americans, the other 10 tribes that were over here, read.
A troop shall overcome him.
A troop shall overcome Gad. A troop shall overcome him. Which troop overcame the Native Americans? Which troop? What's a troop? An army. An army. So which army overcame Gad? The Spaniards, right? Cavalry. The conquistadors. They overcame Gad. That's historically and biblically accurate, right? Read that again.
Gad, a troop shall overcome him.
Come on.
But he shall overcome at the last.
But he shall, what?
But he shall overcome at the last.
But Gad is going to overcome at the last. Why? Because this Bible pertains to them, to the Israelites.
That's right.
And they will be saved by the Black Messiah when he returns.
That's right.
Give me 1 Chronicles 12 and 8. That's why we will be saved. If you ever see the Native Americans, Gadites, what do they look like? What's their estate? Are they happy? Why not? What do they look like? You say? Sad. Sad. Why? Because they stole their land. The white man came over here and murdered, robbed, stole, pillaged, raped, everything.
That's right. That's right.
That's why they mad. Every time you see them, they drunk on a corner. Drunk is bugged out of their mind, too. Because they have been destroyed. And now they're in the reservations, getting more destroyed. This Bible is the only way that they're going to get out of that.
Bring it out!
Read that.
1 Chronicles chapter 12 and verse 8. And of the Gadites.
Of the what?
And of the Gadites.
Of the Gadites, come on.
They're separating themselves unto David.
They separated themselves, read.
Unto the whole, to the wilderness might.
Come on.
And men of war.
Read it again. Read it right.
Verse 8. Of the Gadites.
Of the Gadites, the so-called Native American Indians, read.
They separated themselves.
They separated themselves. They came over here on this land, read.
Unto David.
Come on.
Unto the whole of, to the wilderness men of might.
Men of might. The Gadites are men of might. Read.
And the men of war.
Men of war. Why are they the men of war? Have you ever seen the Gadites, the so-called Native American Indians? What do they look like? What do they wear? Warriors. Warriors. Prepared for war. They got the face paint on, right? They got the headdresses. They look fierce. They are men of war. They have no fear. Read.
And the men of war, fit for battle.
Fit for what?
Fit for the battle.
They were fit for the battle. What battle? Because prior to the white man coming, what were they doing? They was chilling. This was their land. Who they had to fight? At one time, they got bugged out of their damn mind and started fighting each other here. Right? Read that again.
And of the Gadites, they separated themselves unto David.
Read.
Unto the whole, to the wilderness men of might.
Read.
And the men of war, fit for the battle.
Come on.
That could handle shields and bucklers.
They could do what?
That could handle shields and bucklers.
They were fit for the battle, especially the big battle. There was a lot of revolts, Native American revolts, and overcame some of the armies of the Edomites. They overcame some of the Spaniards, but at the end they didn't prosper because that was a curse from God. Right? Read.
Whose faces were like the faces of lions.
Read it again.
whose faces were like the faces of lions.
The face of a lion. Is it peaceful? No. Fierce. Strong. Come with power, right? If you see a lion, what you do? Run. Run. You ain't messing with no lion. You read that again.
Whose faces were like the faces of lions.
Come on.
And were as swift as the roes upon the mountain.
And were as what?
As swift as the roes upon the mountain.
They were as swift as the roes or deers upon the mountain. Why were they fast? Why? What did they do? What is that talking about? Running. They were quick to their feet. How were they quick? Because they were built. We had the finest food over here before the so-called white man started putting chemicals in it. We were in great shape. We could do wondrous things before all these chemicals came into play. We are not the same that we were before. That's why we have to get new bodies when Christ returns. Because these bodies are all jacked up. Read. Read it again. Yeah. You got point about the swift.
As swift as roes upon the mountains.
The Bible says that the Gadites were swift as roes upon them. A roe is a deer. One of the names that they used to take, they were called wind walkers. Why? Because when the so-called white men were trying to fight the Gadites, the so-called Native Americans, they used to hide in the trees and in the wilderness, and they couldn't find them. They couldn't catch them. Wind walkers. These were very, very, very fast men. Just like the Bible said they would be. Read it again.
As swift as roes upon the mountain.
So what? So the names that were laid upon these men, that's why when you read the Bible, you have to look at history and see who the people were. No, hold this. Get Job 8 and 8. No, Job 8 and 8. Some people say, well, why does that matter? Read that.
Job chapter 8, verse 8.
Come on.
For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age.
God wants you to go into this Bible and inquire of the former age. Read the things that were written before time. Read on.
And prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
So when you open up God's words, you got to look for your forefathers. The Gadites were some of our foreparents that existed even up until the late 1500s. It says that they were swift as roes, swift as deer, the wind walkers. They were these men you could not catch. When you look into history, the Central and South America were conquered.
How long y'all gonna be here for?
By Hernan Cortez. You had the Dominican Republic. You had Puerto Rico. You had Haiti. You had they even went over to Africa and dragged us over here, right? But the Gadites, these were the last men to be conquered on the planet. The last people to be brought under to subjection to the so-called white men was the Gadites, the so-called Native Americans. They was fighting the white man tooth and nail. They had to trick us and the so-called Mexicans to help them beat the Native Americans. The white man wasn't beating them on their own. They had to get us to help them beat them. Why? The Bible says that they were warriors, fit for the battle, swift as roes. So what? That's why when we look at the history of our people on the earth, and we read it with the prophecies in the Bible, we see what? We search at our foreparents. We're able to discern the people that exist today, who they were in the Bible. Y'all understand? All right, go ahead. You understand that, right? Yeah. Give me, go back to the one. We didn't finish already. Teach you the new one? All right, get that then.
Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 20.
Come on.
And of Gad he said, blessed be he that enlargeth Gad.
Come on.
He dwelleth as a lion.
He dwelleth as what?
As a lion.
He dwelleth as a lion. Why? What do lions do? Sleep. What else? Protect the children. Protect the women. They run in packs, right? Read.
And teareth the arm with the crown of the head.
And they do what?
Teareth the arm with the crown of the head.
They teareth the arm. That was the blood covenant that they would make, right? The blood covenant. They would prick their hand and it would shake on it, right? What did you say? Slice. Right. Slice it and then shake on it. That was the covenant they made. And read that last part again.
And teareth the arm with the crown of the
With
head.
the crown of their head. The crown of their head was a headdress that the chiefs wear, right? The big chiefs, right? Read. Is that it? All right, go back. That's what I wanted. Now go back to 49. Give me Zebulon. Yeah, we're going to get Zebulon. Zebulon. Oh, Asher.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 13. Zebulon shall dwell at the haven of the sea.
Read it again.
Zebulon shall dwell at the haven of the sea.
It says, Zebulon shall dwell at the haven of the sea. The haven, which means that there's a sea coast on it, right? A haven means a port. A port. From what? For ships to come in, right? Read.
And he shall be for an haven of ships.
And he shall be for a what?
A haven of ships.
A port of ships. That's why all South America, right? Where's Zebulon? Panama. You got the Panama Canal. Who comes through the Panama Canal? Ships. It's a haven for ships. You understand that, right? Now
they're gonna make another one.
Are they? You said they're gonna make another one?
Yeah.
Man.
The Chinese, they're gonna make another one through Honduras.
Yeah.
They're making a bigger one.
Wow. Have you heard of the
3 times the
Panama Deception? Have you seen that movie? It's called The Panama Deception. You should watch it. You should watch it.
Thank you.
All right, sister. Y'all read that flyers, all right?
Yeah.
All of our info's on there. Okay?
Thank you.
You should check that out. Panama Deception. It's gonna piss you off, but check it out.
Well, actually, Panama belongs to Colombia. The United States went down there.
Oh yeah, they took everything. They destroyed the Colombians and whoever was living there, and they took over. That's how they roll. That's how the enemies roll.
They told the Panamanians at that point in time to, they can be by themselves.
Right.
They break out from Colombia and then they took over.
Right. Exactly.
Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 24. And of Asher he said, let Asher be blessed with children.
Come on.
Let him be acceptable to his brethren.
Come on.
And let him dip his foot in oil.
That's what I want. Read that again. That's what I want.
And of Asher he said, let Asher be blessed with children.
Let Asher be blessed with children. Hispanics in a whole have a lot of children. We have lots of children, right? Read.
Let him be acceptable to his brethren.
Read.
And let him dip his foot in oil.
How does he? What does that mean? It says let him dip his foot in oil. What does that mean?
Pamper or something.
Say it again.
Pamper.
Esau came over here to take all the riches, the oil in the land. Take everybody out, get the gold, all the sources. There you go. All the resources. Let's take all of their resources, destroy them, and take all of their resources, including the oil. Read that again.
And let him dip his foot in oil.
Put in oil, come on.
Thy shoes shall be iron and brass.
Thy shoes shall be what?
Iron and
It
brass.
says thy shoes shall be iron and brass. Now that, of course, is another resource that they have. But what does that mean?
Actually, in Venezuela, there are places where the oil just come out of the ground.
Exactly.
And there is one mine, big mine.
Yes.
They don't have to, they just get
They just shovel it.
Shovel it right
Exactly.
as iron.
The Bible's a true book. The Bible is a true book. Read that. Read that again.
Thy shoes shall be iron and
It
brass.
says thy shoes shall be iron and brass. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and verse 48 first. Thy shoes shall be iron and brass. How are our shoes iron and brass? The resources, yes, but what else? Slavery. Try that. Let's get that. Deuteronomy 28.
Deuteronomy chapter 28,
32.
verse 32.
Go ahead.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another
So
people.
this is a prophecy. This is all the curses that happened to the Israelites because we disobeyed God's law. Right? Read that.
And thine eyes shall look and fail
Read it
with
again from the top.
thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
It says, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given away to another people. That happened to only the Israelites. That happened to so-called blacks and Hispanics. When when the so-called white man came over here, what they do? They sell us to other white men.
Right now it's happening.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, there are towns in Mexico, and not just in Mexico, South America, but basically there are some towns in Mexico where all the men and young women,
right,
they came here. There's towns over there where it's just all people.
Wow.
They are here.
Right.
Sending money there.
Exactly. Exactly. Read that?
That makes sense.
Right.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the days
And it
long.
says, thy eyes shall look for your children that's being taken away. And we shall long to have our children back all the day long. But what?
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
But we will have no power, no physical might, no military might to get our children back. We had no might to get our children back then. We couldn't do anything. We tried, but we failed. They destroyed us. Right? That was the curse from God because we disobeyed his laws. I'll go to 48.
Verse 48.
Come on.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
Because you disobeyed God's laws, you're going to serve your enemies. Now, who is the enemy?
White guy?
White guy. The white man, the conquistador. All the other nations outside of the Israelites are our enemies. You understand that? Come on.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Come on.
In hunger.
In hunger, you shall serve your enemies. If you want food, you have to serve the enemies. Today, we must serve the enemies. How? By working. We got to pay bills if we want to work, if we want to live. We want to keep a house for our children. Our children got to go to school. We want to give birth. We got to serve the enemy for everything, especially hunger. In slavery, what do we have to do if we wanted to eat? Work. And the slave master told us when we could eat. Now you can eat after you pick the tobacco and the sugar cane. Then you can eat. Read.
And in thirst.
And in thirst, if you want water. Our people don't own any of these water companies. We don't own any of it. But when we got over here, it was ours. And it was free. We didn't have to pay no... Oh, give me that scripture that says your money, your water's sold for something.
Lamentations 5:1.
Give me that in Lamentations 5:1.
Sorry.
Hold that in Deuteronomy. We had all the resources for free. But then the white man came over here, okay, let's work something. Let's work out something together. We'll let you guys live here if you work for us. How does that sound? Okay? No! We already got everything. Why would we want you to ruin it? Right? Give me that.
Lamentations chapter 5, verse 4.
Read.
We have drunken our water for money.
He says what?
We have drunken our water for money.
We have drunken our water for money. It was our water that we had for free. Now we drink it for money. Now we got to pay for it. It's just water. It comes out of the earth. Right. We can't even collect rainwater no more. We get in trouble for that. We can go to jail for that. But collect the rainwater. It comes from the sky. Esau's the damn devil. Esau is the devil. That's why this kingdom must be destroyed. This must be destroyed. Come on.
Our wood is sold unto us.
Our what?
Our wood.
Our wood, our own wood that we had for free is what?
Is sold unto us.
Is now sold unto us. Now we have to pay for the wood that we used to get for free because we disobeyed God's laws. Is that it? Go back to Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48.
Come on.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy
So
enemies,
because you Israelites, you wicked Israelites, want to disobey God's laws, come on.
which the Lord shall send against thee.
Come on.
In hunger.
In hunger,
And
read.
in thirst.
In thirst we shall serve, read.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness we shall serve our enemies. We want clothing. We don't own any of these clothing companies. We don't own the raw textiles, the cotton, the wool. We don't own any of that. We don't own any of that. We got to go to our enemies. We got to serve our enemies to get that. Because it costs money. Read.
And in want of all things.
Anything that we want as a nation of people, we must serve the enemy. Anything we want. You want to drive, you gotta serve the enemy. Get a driver's license. You want to go to another country, you gotta serve the enemy. You need a passport. Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And what?
And he
That enemy, the he is the enemy. He did what?
shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
The enemy put a yoke of iron upon our necks. All throughout history. historically and biblically accurate. They had the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in chains. Read that again.
And he shall put a yoke of iron
Yokes of iron upon our necks. Read.
upon thy neck
Read.
until he have destroyed thee.
Until he hath destroyed thee. Right now we don't have any yokes of iron on our neck anymore. Because we are destroyed. We are destroyed. They took the yokes of iron off. Because they destroyed anyway. They already destroyed. They either gonna run back to the plantation, which most of us did. We couldn't handle the freedom, the so-called freedom. We couldn't handle it. A lot of our people wanted to go back, just like in the wilderness. When Moses freed the Israelites from Egypt, a lot of our people wanted to go back to Egypt because we had it good there. Master took care of us. We had it good on the plantation. We got food, we got water.
That's what we do.
What did you say?
That's what we do.
Right.
We didn't know better.
Exactly. Right. Read that.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Come on.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from
I
far.
want you to listen to this one. Read that again.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
It says, the Lord shall bring a nation against you, Israelites, from afar. From far. Read.
From the end of the
From
earth.
the end of the earth. You were in Osiris. You were over here. The Edomites were over there in Europe. Read.
As swift as the eagle flieth.
That's what?
As swift as the eagle flieth.
Why does it say as swift as the eagle flies?
Oh, wrong, right?
Say again?
The eagle.
Yes, the eagle. What does it represent?
Wrong.
Rome. Who else? Spain. Greece. America. Now America. That's what the eagle represents. That's in the Bible. Read it.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
That's a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Because what were you speaking prior to the so-called white man getting over here? What language were you speaking?
Indian.
No. Hebrew. That's right. You were speaking Hebrew. You weren't speaking Spanish. Spanish is Esau's language. The conquistadors, they're Spanish. They gave you that language, right? They indoctrinated you with that language. Read.
A nation of fierce
A
countenance.
nation of fierce countenance. The white man has no fear. He will destroy anything in his path to get what he wants. Read.
Which shall not regard the person of the old,
They didn't regard the old of our people, the elders. Read.
nor show favor to the young.
They didn't care
of the
about our
whole
children.
matter.
What is the conclusion of the whole Bible? What is the purpose of the Bible? Read.
Fear God
Fear God, read,
and keep his commandments.
and do what?
And keep his commandments.
And keep his commandments. Come on.
For this is the whole duty of men.
This is our duty as men. As the men of God, this is our duty.
That's
To teach God's commandments and keep them. To bring back the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel.
That's right.
You understand? Keep learning. You got our contact, so we're going to keep teaching you, bro. You got questions? Let us know. We're going to answer them. All right?
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.